today.
Just started the recording.
Yes, and I think that today we have Carmen who would like to expose her demo and maybe her potential problems or questions related to that. So, Carmen, are you still up to follow the plan you suggested yesterday?
Okay, no problem. Just give me 1 minute.
So just to give you a bit of background, Luis and Rodrigo, and maybe also Emerson and Edgar, if we forgot, Carmen is working at CERN, and she's working on a project where she is trying to steer traffic for using policy-based routing. So basically, the idea is to send traffic from specific tunnel. And this choice is conditioned by a flow label that you can see on the traffic label, on the traffic header received, on the packet header received, and of course the traffic is IPv6. Am I right, Carmen?
Yes.
So this is a bit of background. Is it clear for everyone, or do you need more details or information? Yes, good. Okay, so we can go ahead. So Carmen, the floor is yours.
I'm not able to share my screen.
Ouch, that's a problem.
We are all co-hosts, and let me also extend the...
Oh, I'm not a super Zoom expert, so how can I give you?
I just give co-host rights. So Carmen, you should be able to share your screen now.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, now you should see something.
Yes, we are seeing your screen. That's perfect. So first of all, Carmen, can you just give a bit of background again with your diagram so we can show it and what you want to achieve, and then you can go directly and get your hand dirty.
Okay. So, well, this is the P4 switch, and here connected to port 5, we have two servers that belongs to the same subnet, 10.0.0/24. On both servers, we have two VLANs. VLAN tagged with the ID 44 will be for use it for all the traffic that belongs to IPv4, but also all the traffic regarding IPv6, but without flow labels, or maybe with flow labels, but that they are not using it right now, because with the rest of the traffic will go through VLAN 66 for IPv6, but then once this traffic enters on the switch, it will be split into different paths and links depending on this flow label. So for example, here we are going to use the VLAN 20 for the flow labels that matches with the specification of Atlas, and the VLAN 30 for CMS. And the rest of the traffic will go normally through VLAN 10. This is a physical connection. This is a wire. So it goes from port 13 to 14, and they go to the server 2. At the beginning, I was using BRFs, but Saba suggested 2 days ago about using ISIs and tunnels for this. So right now we are working on that.
Question, Carmen.
Yes.
Xaba recommended to use ISIS. IGP, for example, this is for all others. This is the same as a counterpart. How can I say that? It's also an IGP, interior gateway routing protocol. So here you will use ISIS with your but the VRF will be the same, or you will still use VRF left and right, and what's the rationale?
Yes, at the beginning I have one VRF per link, and I was using PVR. Well, now I'm still using PVR, but there is only the VRF left and VRF right.
Yes,
So
and now you have only one VRF?
No, two.
Ah, you still have two VRF. Okay.
Yes, but at the beginning I had like 6.
Okay, I see the point. So sorry, please go ahead now, because it was just to have a background for everyone so we can follow you. So on the left is VRF left, on the right is VRF right.
Yes.
Okay.
And here is the matching sentence, the PVR.
Everyone is familiar with the VRF concept here? Yes? So that's great.
Yes, here you can see all the VRFs that I had in the past.
I see.
So the things that I need to add on the switch is here, for example, the ISIS router element, and here this router mobile. No, to advertise that on the left I have this this network, but also on the right, because both servers are belongs to the same subnet, so it was a little bit more difficult to implement it. You mean what I try to do to say? Because here on the subnets, I need to add the local proxy sentence also. Maybe Saba knows how to explain this a little bit better.
Yes, so the thing is that imagine that the two servers are thinking that they are connected to the same subnet, whereas they are separated by about 2 VRFs and 3 different VLAN links, depending on the flow spec. So basically they cannot directly ARP each other. And this is why we set this proxy ARP and proxy neighbor discovery replies. It basically, when the server tries to ARP and neighbor discover the other server that he thinks that he have to discover at ARP and neighbor discovery because it's connected, then we simply will reply instead of the server from the other VRF far away that okay, please send us the traffic and it will be all right. And basically this is the knob. If this is the knob that it do. It's the same that Cisco can do with they call it proxy ARP, but we can do a much more thing, and basically we also implement it for IPv6.
Okay.
So is it clear for you, Carmen?
Yes, I understand the concept.
Okay. So if you read correctly, for example, SDN 51.60 in VLAN 66, FreeRtr is acting as a proxy local, as a proxy ARP. So it can answer all the neighbor discovery request from the port received on the local on behalf of the others. Is it of the others that are in other ports in the same VLAN? Am I correct, Xaba?
Yes.
Cool. So it's the same as proxy ARP for v4. So go on, Carmen.
Yes, and here is the definition of the two tunnels that we are going to use for both. Well, one will be used for the flow labels with Atlas and the other one for CMS. And they are under the VRF-write with the source loopback 22, which is the definition of is here is the definition of the of server 3, which is connected on the right. Of course, is here. Here is server 3. Sorry, and these are the two tunnels. And here the two sentences of the PBR.
Okay, so IPv6, the two tunnels are on VRF-write.
Yes. Because the destination is the same.
Okay.
And that's all the things added. But here, Saba, was something that I would like to explain you. I tried to ping, but here on server 3, I'm not receiving anything. Here is the TCP dump, and here is just pinging.
I see. But somebody is answering to you. At least it's on the TCP dump. Okay, so if it's FreeRtr, then can you please check on the switch that what show VRF ICMP tells us? Okay, so we should concentrate on echo God column and VRF right and left. Okay. Can we show it again, once again? And let's see if it increased somewhere.
Yes, it's increasing.
Okay, so we got echoes on V6, seemingly. Can you show IPv6 VRF right? Sorry, show IPv6 route. My bad. VRF right. Okay, so we are trying to ping FD012. FD012 is okay. FD012 is Wait a bit, it's a local loopback. This is why we are answering the request. Okay, so I think this FreeRtr answers the request because it's connected on loopback 22, isn't it? At least according to that line, I think it is. So you are pinging that loopback right away.
You mean that here I need to change the IP?
Obviously. So the thing is that so this server subnet is basically avoided by my sample with a reason, and simply the reason is that not to mess with the server subnet at all. So this is why I assigned very different ranges for the I mean the VLANs and the loopbacks also.
Okay, I understand.
So it's a /30. It's a /32 in terms of IPv4, and no one can be better than this because the connected is the lowest distance. So there is no way to tweak traffic away from this loopback. Okay, but there is a tweak. So if you change so if you replace the addressing, then you also replace the tunnel destinations. So these loopbacks were put at some points in the config. The one I know is the tunnel destinations for sure. So they were pointing right. So they were pointing at the to the loopback.
No.
Okay, the ping stopped, which is very good. Can you let it run, please? Let's see. Okay, so I see that it goes out on the interface, which is good. Maybe we don't have a route for it. What about show IPv6 route VRF left? I think it should be in the left. Well, I can see the server. Can you please issue the ping here? I mean, to populate the neighbor cache. Wait, isn't it 2? I think. Okay, and the ping started. Very good. Okay, we changed the channels. I think we should check if it works. somehow. Can you show IPv4, RSVP, VRF left, for example, summary? I think summary. Okay, and what about on the right? Okay, it even didn't try to bring it up. Can you okay, so if it didn't populate it, so if it didn't populate it, the RSVP database, then my bet is that the tunnel destination is not there, or the next hop is not there. Can you show me again, please, your tunnels?
Mine?
I mean, can you show me show running config interface tunnel 201? Okay, I think so. The thing is that when you change an address, then it allocates a new interface ID internally. So the thing is that when you change the addressing, then the tunnel sources need to be configured again. So my idea is right now this. So can you please conf the interface tunnel 201 and send the tunnel source again? I think it is.
You mean to know?
Okay.
Interface?
Okay. Let's reconfigure the interface even better. Yes. So they are just references to objects internally, and okay. So what about show IPv4 RSVP VRF left summary? Still nothing. And what about on the right? Okay, what about show interface description? I hope the RSVP also can bring down, but no, it didn't. Can you show me again, please, the tunnel config? Then something else must be here. Okay, so it's tunnel VRF is right. Then the loopback is also should be in VRF, right? Can you show me the loopback 22, please? Okay, it's also in right. The tunnel mode is set. The tunnel source now exists. Then the only possibility if the tunnel destination or the domain, I mean that internal address is not there. Can you try ping the two addresses? I mean, first the tunnel destination and in VRF right. Okay, and the other address also, please. Okay, they are pinging. Yeah, this is good. Can you show IPv6 route VRF? Right, I am now very interested. Can you show me again, please, the tunnel? Okay, so the tunnel destination is through VLAN30, which is not bad. It is a nice size route. It is acceptable. The tunnel domain is something connected on VLAN 10. Okay, what about terminal monitor? And debugger protocol RSVP traffic and events. What? So my bad. So it's debug proto and not protocol, just proto. Debug proto RSVP traffic and events. And please also enable events. I mean, it's the same, but not traffic, but events.
Traffic events?
No, just remove, please, the traffic and let the events. So it's not traffic, but events. But anyway, what I am seeing here is a lot of transmits and basically no receives. But these transmits should be there somewhere in the state. I mean, we should see these where these transmits belongs somewhere in the RSVP summary. I have no better idea than write and reload because I really don't know what's going on right now. So I see a lot of transmits, no receives. Can you please reload warm? I think it should have something, hopefully. Okay, can you show IPv6 route VRF left? Okay, so 1, 1, 1, 1, column, column 1 and 2 are the loopbacks. We learned it, the size is seemingly up. What about show IPv4, RSVP, VRF, write summary? Summary? Still nothing. Okay, but then where the heck do we transmit these? Okay, it's pass request, which is basically a start of a tunnel creation. Some IDs, some destinations. To be honest, I really have no idea what's going on. I will take your config and we'll troubleshoot that what changed compared to what I've sent, and I will let you know. Something is very cryptic here for me. Wait a bit. I am checking if, but seemingly it's okay. So the next hop is FD01221, which is which must be the other side of the link, maybe. So okay. The thing that I don't understand, and why don't we see the state? Yeah, so it should be populated. Can you show IPv4 I size one neighbor? Now I'm a bit curious. I show IPv4 I size one neighbor. Sorry, 11. I think that was the process ID. I size 11 and neighbor. Okay, the state is up, which is good. Some addresses. Okay, this part seems okay. Can you show me again, please, your tunnel 201, for example? Okay, so it is on the right and from loopback 22, which is good. The destination 111, column 1. We pinged it, it's there. Okay, the next hop is FD01110, which is a right neighbor address. Yes, that is a neighbor address. Okay, it is a point-to-point traffic engineering tunnel, which is also good. Can you show me your SDN, let's say 30.10 interface? Okay. Nothing special here. Okay, and 40.10? Okay, then only 2 more remains. Can you show me again the loopex? Now I am checking if the SVP is enabled everywhere. Just like loopback, yes. Okay, we have the SVP. We also have the SVP.
Question, Carmen. Do you have, can you show me the server P4 lang?
The tiles are exported.
Okay.
Good, good.
And the BRFs.
Are also exported.
Yes, this is what I want because we did not check this. So
The sub interface is also exported.
yes.
Can you show interface summary? Some pockets. VLAN 10, 20, and 30 or reports. Can you show packet capture? Packet capture. Okay, so I think it should be over SDN 30.10, for example. It is packet capture and SDN 30.10.
Remove the show.
Yes, it is not a show. Okay. Also, what about show interface SDN 30.10? Ether types. Okay, nothing MPLS, which is very good. I cannot spot a single IPv4 packet, which is quite interesting. Nor transmitted, nor received. But for the recipe, I think at least one IPv4 packet should be sent. Okay, can you show me the SDN 40.10? Because I think it's the 40 interface who is sending. So no IPv4 traffic here. But how? Okay, so they should go out here because it is FD011. I think one of the tunnels should go out here. Wait a bit, I think we are building IPv6 RSVP. Okay, my bad. Okay, then can you show IPv4 as show? No, sorry, my bad. Show interface SDN 40.10 protocols. Okay, I think 58 is ICMP, and my bet is that 46 is the RSVP, but who knows? Can we show IPv6 socket? I think it is VRF, right? Well, 46 is the RSVP, and it tells us that it is binded to the interface, and we got 12 hits. That is the same that we saw. I mean, in the SDN 40.10 protocols. Okay, so this is the sending side. What about the receiving side? Can you show show interface SDN 30.10 Ether type first? Okay, so the IPv6 sound packets are here. Very good. And then the same, but with the protocols, please. Okay, so the 46 is RESTVP, and we got some packets. Okay. And can you show IPv6 sockets we have left? And they didn't reach the interface. Yes, because they all went to loopback 11. Yes, it is true. Okay, so the RSVP pockets are here and reaching loopback 11. Can you show me again loopback 11, please? Okay, we have RSVP4, RSVP6, the address. And we already saw transmits in the debug. Can you please enable again the debug proto RSVP event first? Because that is a bit quiet debug. RSVP event. Let's start with event because that is a quiet debug. Okay, and please now reconfigure the tunnel, one of the tunnels. And the thing is that we should see when it tries to tear down the old and builds up the new, and hopefully we'll print out something that why I did that and that.
Did you put the terminal monitor?
Yes, it's a good question. Okay, then what about show logging Rust 10?
Show?
Show logging Rust 10. Right, double G. Okay, so we already see. Okay, let's last 50 or 60 or something bigger because we already saw the config things. Okay, and press the space and let's see what we've got. Okay, this is very config.tl. You've written the config and nothing about the SVP, just the command parcel. Okay, can you enable REST-VP traffic?
Yeah.
I mean debug protocol REST-VP traffic. Nothing. Okay, so what we saw previously, there were they were odd sessions. Okay, so then one of the addresses are not correct, which is quite a thing. Why it usually don't try to bring up a tunnel and send out the pass requests, because beforehand, before the reload, we saw a lot of transmits. If you remember, we we had to fight with the console, and it's nothing here. Are you terminal monitor anyway? Okay, still nothing. Okay, then it simply didn't try to bring up the tunnel because one of the next hops is not correct for him. Can you show me again the tunnel? There must be something with the destination or the next hop, the explicit bus.
So, sorry, Carmen, but on my screen I did not see the terminal monitor command. Maybe you tried monitor. Okay, no, it changed nothing. Sorry. Ah.
Okay, we got something. Okay, I spotted tunnel 202. And what else? Pass requests and transmit and receive. There are transmits and receives. Okay, so when it got the pass request, then it sent back pass. It sent back reserve request, then it got reserve request, and then a pass request again for the same tunnel maybe, or not. Okay, can you show IPv4 RSVP VRF write summary?
Maybe a silly question. Shouldn't it be show IPv6 RSVP?
Yes, you were right. We are building IPv6 tunnels. My bad. You were right, Frederick. Oh shit. How can I that lame? Okay, so I used for IPv4 RSVP.
Don't worry.
Okay, please undebug. Okay, what about show IPv6 route? Then let's assume that it works.
So it work.
VRF left, maybe. Okay, so the two servers are missing. Can you please ping this one of the servers here? I mean, ping FD01 column 1 as it is in the VRF left. Okay, let's see. We got some neighbor solicitations, but seemingly the server didn't answer. I mean, if it's the lower corner and the lower right corner of your screen.
Yes, here is TCP dump. On the server
Yes.
and
yes, and I only saw neighbor solicit and no neighbor, so no responses to them. Can you net plan again that guy? I think that he really needs it. I mean the server on the right corner. Because there is already neighbor solicitations and nothing else. So they went unanswered.
You mean to pin to the switch?
I mean to the server 3, I think, and please net plan, issue the net plan again on that server. Because it didn't answer. My bad, it's right. It's the server right, yes. Okay, can you try pinging again? Okay, still not answers to the neighbor solicit. Not good. The test is there, and okay, the thing is that I cannot see the rest of the screen. Is it reachable and all the flags are correct here? It should look because in still but much better. Thanks. Okay, so scope 0 and global. What if you initiate the ping from the server to the router? The FD3 was the FreeRtr, right? Can you show IPv6 neighbor and okay? Can you show wait a bit. This column 2 is the other server.
Is here. Is server 3.
Okay, so server 3 is answering, but server 2 is not, right?
Maybe we can.
Okay, so it works. It is good. And what about the other server? Can you please try pinging from the other server to the FreeRtr address?
Yes. I do it right now.
Okay, but the server on the right side is not answering the neighbor solicit, which is very strange. Could you please reboot the server? I have no better idea because neighbor solicit and going unanswered is not a good sign, I think.
But with this ping, we should have here on the left.
Yes. Okay, so when you ping that FD01 colon 1, then I saw neighbor solicitations on the right side of on the right server.
Yes.
Okay, can you show IPv6 route VRF left, and let's see where the packet goes here. FD01 colon 1. FD01 colon 1 is basically not a specific thing. So it is connected on 30. What? My bad. I checked the wrong line. Okay. So the thing is that you have a mixed subnet, and this subnet is connected both on the right and the left. So you can try pinging this address on both sides. If you mean that this FD01 colon 1 should belong to the server left, then try to ping in the other VRF, and then let's see what happens.
Okay.
That's it. Okay, so then now we well know that this address is here, and at least we will be able to see how it works. Can you show IPv6 route VRF, right? Okay, so the thing to look here is the mobile route. It's right below the subnet, the FD01/64, and easy to spot because it starts with mob. I mean, the type of the routing protocol is mob, which means that about 3 lines above from your cursor, that line exactly. So this is the ARP generated route. And can you show IPv6 route VRF left, and hopefully it will be advertised to the other VRF via iSize. Exactly, and it's there and iSize external, as you can see, because it's a distributed route. So this is exactly. So this is how it intended to work. Now let's see what happens to the other server. So the ping worked in which VRF? The ping worked in
Right.
on the right, the 1. So then the 2 should ping in left, right? Okay, then can you try to ping the servers between the servers, I mean?
There's no answer in this.
Sorry?
Now the pinging is responding from the right.
Okay, then can you try iPerfing? My bad. I think stop it before before the TCP dump completely kills the box. Can you please stop all the TCP dumps, because it's quite not a good idea to TCP dump via iPerfing. Okay, basically it didn't send out anything. Can you try without flow label in the best effort class? I mean. Okay, so what we see is that the hyperv somehow connects but cannot pass a single frame. Can you restart hyperv now? I am interested in what's happening right now.
What?
I mean, sorry, my bad. So can you restart please the TCP dump? I'm interested if the packets are going back and forth or something like this. But first, let's start with the ping.
Okay.
Okay, can you show a ping with a -s and something like 2000?
-f.
I think it's -s. S means SS size, and 2000, for example. Okay, so the MTU is okay. Can you start?
Can you put 2000, not 200?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I didn't spot the missing zero. Ah, okay. Can you show? Can you go back, please, to the? Can you go? Can you restart the TCP dump on the right also? And please let the ping running. Okay, so we see much less packets. Only the small packet goes out because we added some extra tags. Can you show me the switch? I mean, I think the core interface is 30 and 40, right? Can you show run interface SDN 30? Well, at the MTU 1500, please increase it to 8000. And also
That
on
is the
SDN
issue.
40. Sorry?
That was the issue.
At least for the missing frames here. And
Yes,
okay,
because
so
it says 1448, Carmen. It's 1448. So
What?
which value should we put?
something above the default 2000, 4000, anything will work. Okay, and please do it the same for the other SDN40 interface. Okay, so we are getting the frames. But still the small frames go through. Maybe can you just start to be a forwarder? Maybe.
Question, Xaba.
Yes.
When you configure the MTU, does this create an MTU message?
Should be.
Okay, so I know the problem.
Yes.
The MTU message will generate a message, but it will create an op operation simply because we have changed I have changed the way to discover new interfaces. And obviously I spotted yesterday that it was not populated correctly. So maybe this explains the reason why the MTU message cannot go through.
Then maybe we have to increase the MTU in the switch.
Yes, but it should be 10,000, no? 12,000 on the switch.
I don't know. We can easily get rid of this issue. Carmen, could you please stop the ping and the iPerf and ifconfig the name of the interface MTU 1400. I think it is ENS2. So ifconfig space ENS2 space MTU 1400. Okay, and please do the same on the other server. Okay, can you show ifconfig again? Let's see if the subinterface is decreased and so on. Okay, so the VLAN 66 and the MTU is small. Okay, can you try the ping again? I mean the ping with the size 2000. It's even worse, because at least before we saw the packets arriving on the server, right? But now we don't. Okay, I cannot see the the empty value on the VLAN 66 on the server, right? Because the zoom is covering that part. Is it decreased? Okay, so there are no pockets on the right.
No.
Absolutely no pockets on the right. Can you check if the ping without the size works? I mean, if you remove a 0 from the ping with only with 200.
No.
Ah, okay. So the neighbor is lost, and that's why the ping is not going through right now. Then can you check on VC-minar if you can ping the two servers? I mean,
Yes.
okay, but then the ping, why don't go through with the size of 2000, and why don't we see anything on the server, right, when it tries to ping?
Well, now it's 200.
Yes, so it should go through.
Yes.
Okay, so the two servers responded. From the switch. Can you check the switch, the routing table? I mean, show IPv6 route, VRF left and right. Okay, so I see both the servers, one of them mobile, the other is ISX. Okay, and on the right side, the other server is the mobile, and okay, so it should work. We have some link locales. Very nice. Okay, can you put on -F to the ping? I mean 2000 to increase it to, no, just leave it 200, but -F. Okay, and can you show interface traffic on the switch? Let's see how it goes and where it reaches. Okay, so we only have received packets and no transmit packets. Can you show it again? Still the same. Why don't it forward the packet? But it worked before. We tried to increase and decrease the MTU. I think something is wrong with the BF switch or BF forwarder right now, because before we changed the MTU and the SDN 30 and 40, the two servers were able to ping each other. Can you
should
stop?
restart.
Yes. No. I think we should put back the original MTU because because before the two servers were able to ping each other. Can you please put back the 1500 to the SDN 30 and 40?
Right.
Okay, and maybe a BF forwarder restart. Okay, please stop the ping and remove the S minus S 200. Yes, minus S 200, because without that it worked.
Question: is it the monolithic BF forwarder or the modular one?
I really have no idea.
Because if it is Alex, I was just wondering which package has been installed. Maybe it's the old one. So it's if it is the old one, it's not my doing.
Okay, maybe a reload form on the router. I mean on the switch, please, because before this thing worked. So let's reach that state when these packets went through. Can you show reload form on the switch, Cameron, please?
Sure.
Okay, now please try to ping the two servers from the switch. I mean the two VRFs. Maybe in the other VRF. Okay, and please try to ping the other server also. Okay, now can you try to ping between the servers? Okay, at least now we have some packets going back and forth. It was the MTU, Frederick. Okay, then can you try to ping with the S2000? First 200. Okay, let's try with 200. Okay, now 2000. Okay, now could you please try iPerfing, because we got rid of the MTU issue somehow. not an elegant way, but at least we got rid of the MTU. Okay, so the thing is that we had to increase the MTU because we put up an additional MPLS tag which consumes 4 bytes. So that's the reason why we had to decrease. Okay, I think you should really stop the TCP then, because it ruins the performance.
But Xaba, I have a question.
Yes?
Carmen has restored the old MTU.
Yes, we are on 1,500.
Yeah, but it was the original MTU and it was not working before, and now it's working, which is
It
weird
worked
because
before.
it
Yeah.
worked before. Okay.
We we tried to increase, which ruined the ping, and then we reverted back, Frederick.
Yeah.
Well, also here we need to change it to 5. No?
Sorry?
I mean, on the servers, we need to change again the MPU.
No, please don't, because
No? Okay.
if you change, then it won't work. It simply won't work. Because we put up an MPLS tag, an additional MPLS tag, and this is why I tried to increase on the SDN 30 and 40, which turned out that it completely fucked up the switch, unfortunately. Then the small packets didn't went out. So so the only way to do some traffic is the decreased MTU on the servers.
So Carmen, the homework on our side is to, at least from my side, is to check that the MTU message is going through.
Okay, and please, can you try with the flow labels? Okay, so now it was in SDN 40.10, right?
Yes. We should go through 20. I think
Okay, what about the other flow label?
because it's, well, I have it here.
Okay, what about the other flow label? Okay, maybe we mixed up because now it's on 20. And what about if you don't put any flow label?
It goes to 30. Okay.
Okay, then maybe we simply mixed up the policy routing on the tunnels. Or the next hops, who knows, the tunnels, I mean.
So it has worked. It's working now.
It seems that yes.
Great. A great time, because it is a top 1 hour, because as we have started late, that was a very great troubleshooting session.
Thank you so much, Saba.
You are welcome.
So basically the MTU issue was at least I spotted one MTU issue from when we want to change the MTU from the switch from FreeRtr on the switch toward the data plane. So there is something wrong here. So we need to check this, at least from our side. And also this is why Saba decreased the MTU on your server, so this leaves some room for the MPLS header, so that the packet could go through your experiment.
Yes, basically, yes, that's it.
Sounds good for you, Carmen, for the explanation, or do you want more details? We had two choices actually. The MTU was too big, so we had either the choice to increase the MTU at the switch, or decrease the MTU on your server. As we had a bug, obviously we are very something that happened on the wedge switch with the old MTU at 1500, which we tried to increase it, and this has done some weird issue. So the solution was to decrease the MTU, and then the MPLS header was working. The other stuff that was not so obvious is that we wanted also to create an IPv6 tunnel. And in order to troubleshoot and check the tunnel was up and running, we had to use a show IPv6 RSVP summary.
And not IPv4, yes. I think I spent about a half hour checking for IPv4 RSVP.
Well, actually, Carmen, what could have been done, if you want, is to add an IP address, a dual stack IP address to your tunnel, and then you will see something happening. Actually,
because this was the first time that I built up an RSVP with over IPv6.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, nor Cisco nor Jules cannot build RSVP over v6, so I'm quite used for v4.
So this is working great. Do you have any question or comment, Luis, Edgar, Everson, George, or Jorge? Maybe we should pronounce this like that, and Rodrigo.
Yeah, you pronounce it right. We got a lot of notes of different debug commands and how to proceed.
Well, we are learning a lot of things. I for example, from my part, I was not used to use the command show logging last 10 or last 60. That was a
I
great.
thought my idea is a Cisco cheat.
Anyway, it exists on FreeRtr, and I was not using it. I was just doing show logging and do space in order to get to the. So logging last was really great. So again, the idea for everyone was to divert traffic on specific tunnel based on specific IPv6 flow label. And this is what Carmen wanted to achieve in her demonstration. And the idea was to match this flow label and direct this on the tunnel, on the RSVP tunnel that has been established. Of course, this tunnel are IPv6 RSVP tunnel. This is what we checked with the show IPv6 RSVP summary command. And in the end, what prevented the system to work totally was the MTU issue that was too big. So when you add on a header, because we are using MPLS in this case, the packet was a bit too big and did not pass. So the solution obviously was to decrease the MTU between the servers, so they can, so the MPLS packet could be, I would say from the start, can fit the header and pass the switch. And I think I will look at the MTU issue we have when programming this on the P4. But this is something in our this ball is in our camp. So any more question from your side? No? Oh.
I don't think so.
So that's perfect.
Maybe we should we need the invitation for the mailing list. That should be a good idea.
Sorry, I could not hear you.
Yeah, the invitation for the mailing list, because we are not on the mailing list.
Ah, okay. I will send you the mailing list and you will be able to register. Okay.
Okay.
Usually what we are doing is that we are warning people from the mailing list that we have a Zoom meeting, and we put the Zoom room link in the mailing list. We also used to put it on Twitter, but the thing is that when you are putting this on Twitter, you have a lot of disturbance noises from people trying to do Zoom bombing and log into the meeting in a rogue fashion, and sometimes it's more difficult to do the administration of the room. So the idea is to put the Zoom room link in the mailing list, and I will send you for sure an invitation to register to the mailing list. We have two mailing lists, RARE-users, and the other is RARE-dev. Dev is for obviously if you want to develop things with us. And users is, for example, if you want to, like Carmen, to do something with a FreeRtr and the P4 switch. This is the idea.
Okay.
One good thing. I just want. Sorry, I wanted to create a bridge between you and one of our colleagues in Ireland. In Ireland, they are also building a 4G island in Ireland, in Irish 5G, sorry, 5G island connected to the P4 lab in Dublin. And if you have also a 5G island in Spain, what can be done is to bind these two 5G and have connection between these two islands.
Rodrigo, did you hear that? Are you with us?
Yeah. I hear that, and also this is actually I'm doing something similar, connecting a one management domain in UMU with Telefonica management domain through using FreeRtr virtual machine and VPN connection.
Okay, so that's good to hear. Anyway, I just wanted to say you this because this can help you. We will have a presentation describing this 5G island and the connection with RARE-freeRtr, because they will use RARE-freeRtr as an aggregation router. The interesting thing is that it is a RARE-freeRtr running DPDK that will do this. And then all the traffic will be shipped to a Wage running P4, RARE-freeRtr also. At 100 gig and and this traffic can go via the P4 lab, and that is the idea. So if you want to do some interconnection or discussion or not even network management between the island end to end from Ireland to Spain, this is possible. I can put you in touch with them.
So are you implementing the UPF on FreeRtr and P4, or just the interconnection between different UPF?
Sorry, as I'm not familiar with terminology, what is the UPF?
The UPF is the part of the 5G network that ends the tunnels from the clients and then connect the client. It's the part of the core that gives the client's connectivity to the internet.
Okay, so if I understand correctly, the UPF will be done using RARE-freeRtr with the DPDK flavor. It will be
really interesting.
So I can put you in touch with Frank's line in Ireland. We have actually a presentation in HCINet conference. HCINet is the same as RARE-freeRtr in Ireland. If you're interested, we can talk about that later. But even better, we can try to have a session on it, and maybe he can describe his use case during this type of session, for example, or if you want to describe your session and maybe how it can be done in your case. This is a 1 hour slot that is dedicated to mostly users. So thank you, Carmen, for today. That was a great presentation. I think that you're good for the demo within the CERN and your team. I would like to thank you all for your participation, and I guess we can talk next week. So Luis, we same room. Can you please then I will stop the recording.